What is good with y'all SUG game, man? It's your boy SmooveGotGame back here with the Rams rebuild. And man, we finished the preseason. It was a pretty good one though. I mean, we went 1-2, so we weren't winning a whole lot of games, but of course, the storylines came in to mess up the morale as they always do. But I was proud of some of the performances and some of the shocking performances that we were able to see here. As you can go ahead and get a quick look at these stats here before we go into the Grim Reaper week, man. Dave Townsend, UDFA that we went and signed just to see if he can make the roster. I mean, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 7.5 attempt here, 77% completion percentage. Where's the yardage? 398 on his yards, almost as many as Jeremiah Matthews there with the same amount of attempts. I mean, he was balling. He was really controlling the field there when he was into the games. He actually ran the ball too as well because he's a scrambler, 9 for 57. J.R. Sheffield doing pretty good at 5.1 a carry. I moved him up to RB3 for right now, and he might even be moved up to like RB2 overall as far as like just running back and third down back. The power back might be Brian Stroud still, as he only had 1.6 a carry, but had 3 broken tackles. I mean, was he getting blocking? Was he not? Who knows? Kyron Williams actually did decent there in his role. He'll still lock up that starting spot for himself. And then receiving wise, I mean, tight ends, of course, balled out, but Gilbert Nash, I mean, 12 for 127, 2 touchdowns is impressive, but literally the first game he went 9 for 107. Like, that all came from his very first game when we let him go out there for 3 quarters and just balled out. And I think he's really played himself into at least receiver 5 category. We'll have to see, what happens here with Matthew Allen, who had a great preseason as well, or Brian McCullum, to see if they keep developing, because Nash is knocking on that door. That's why I love preseason, man. You get some guys that don't have necessarily high overalls as we get cut off here. Like I was saying, we get guys with not high overalls actually showing out and taking over spots. I mean, even we were watching offensive line to see if our 2 rookie, or really our 3 young guys, but 2 rookies kind of showed out, and Arnott did give up a sack, but played pretty well. Got a lot of pancakes in, and a lot of time that he got, I think we might have let him take over the left guard spot over Zinter. And same thing on the right guard side with Trent Hoffman, who got no sacks in his 92 snaps. So great pass protection, possibly letting them go and take over for Dotson, who did give up 1. And then Avila here, he gave up 1 too as well. I just don't think it's quite ready for Russell Wilcox to take that spot over. So we'll probably let Avila keep his spot, at least keep a dominant presence in the middle, and then kind of keep monitoring how well or how much Russell actually increases through the season. We did have a little storyline battle, of course, and it was against our left ends, or who would be the starter between Davidson and Gaines. I went overall tackles, so Davidson did win the spot. So we do have him at left end number 1. I got to make sure of that before we go ahead and get into these storylines. We actually might do that before any of the roster cutoffs here, but I want to make sure, because that's what messed us up. I did have our big splash at corner, if you guys remember, but they didn't put any of the rookies or any of the new people into my lineup. So while I was thinking he was quarterback 3 during the interview, because right now we have him cornerback 2, but we had him at cornerback 3. That's where we originally started at. They didn't even have him in the lineup. They had 5 other guys, and he was down here, not even in our rotation. So it was really going off of Deontay Tapp, who was a 74 overall. So that's why everybody has low morale right now, is because of my negligence of coming in and fixing the depth chart. So this time, we're going to make sure this looks right before we get up into this storyline. So if you guys are ready to see another episode, like, comment, and subscribe, man, as we are getting into, hopefully, year number 2. Preseason's over, and it looks like our position battle is complete. Yes, it is. Based off what you see in the press conference, Davidson won the battle. Don't you agree? Yes. Great. I'm sure he and the team will appreciate you keeping your word. Trust earned. So +3 block shed, and then +5 morale boost for the whole team. That's what we want to see. Thank you. Help out with a little bit of negative morale, at least a little bit. And then our storyline interview here, practice silences, are probably going to get a take on what our season goals are going to be, whether we're going to be offensively focused, defensively focused, what our season goal is basically going to be for this team. So obviously we talking with Bay here. Hey Bay, coach, we talk about all the time about team's identity. What can the fans expect from your offense this season? Physical run game, leading on playmakers, explosive pass plays, balanced ball control on offense. Wait, no, go up. There we go, explosive. I wanted to go with the explosive plays, push the ball down the field, because that's what we really do want to focus on, deep plays down the year. And instead of like a balanced scheme, I don't think it'll really be too balanced. Average 8 yards per attempt or 15 yards per reception for Puka. I'm going to go 8 yards per attempt. That's a little bit easier than having a receiver average 15 yards a catch. But we're going to go with that 8 yards per pass attempt at least, which I think is a little bit more manageable. I mean, he almost ended preseason that way. So let's see if we can go ahead and do that 8 yards per pass attempt as a team. Now, It's time for Grim Reaper week, babies. We already got this going and taken care of. We know exactly who is getting cut, who is getting let go. So we're starting off first here with the running back room. We have 5 of you. So like I said, Sheffield secured this spot, and Benson actually slightly played better than Hodgins, more so in the kick return game. So as a return man, so that's where you have him starting. So we're going to move Hodgins to the practice squad for us. At right guard, Russell Sheets is just slightly old, so we're going to go ahead and cut him off roster. Here at defensive tackle, we're going to make really one move here, and that's going to be moving Martin Lawrence to the practice squad. I liked how Jonathan White played, and considering his age and the fact that we have somebody younger that can, potentially produce here, I do want to see what kind of trade I can get for Tyler Davis. So we're going to wait off on cutting Jonathan White to see if we can get a trade for Tyler. Same thing here for Byron Young. We're going to try to trade him too as well. So then that leaves us here at cornerback. We're going to go Jose Yarbrough down to the practice squad. And then we're going to go ahead and cut both of our third string safeties. They have no more practice squad eligibility. So Kamani Lawson will be being cut, as well as Otis Dotson there on strong safety side. So that should take care of basically all of our cuts here, as long as we can go and make a couple of trades work. And let's see what we're able to get for those 2 picks. All right, here's something that could help. They have Chris Jones right now, but going to matching up Tyrell Davis too as well. He would go in and easily be defensive tackle number 2, and it's a second need for them. So if we can make this work for a 3rd round pick, maybe. All right, here we go. This is what we were able to go ahead and get. He's in the last year of his deal. He's aging, so whether they'll be able to re-sign him or not is up to them. But we will go ahead and at least offload a little bit of cap too as well, and then also get a 6th round pick back for Davis. And boom, here we go. I probably could have got a little bit more than on our last pick. I tried for a 3rd round pick. They didn't go for it. That's why I dropped back to 6. But here, Byron Young actually would be a starter for them. So they really badly needed one. So offloading a little bit more cap for us too as well. But we're going to pick up an extra 4th round pick in this year's upcoming draft thanks to the Bills. So with that being said, let's go to I'm going to go to the UDFA market. I'm going to fill out the rest of my practice squad rotation here. So we got to get up to 12, I believe. Let me see, is it 12 or 10? Because they show from the adjust lineup screen how many I can put. But however many it is, 12, 10, I'm going to go ahead and fill that out because we only right now have 3 people on our practice squad. And then we'll go ahead and basically get into year 1 of the season. Yep, got to fill out 9 more spots. And just to keep y'all up to date with the roster, man, here's the full list of practice squad guys that we were able to pick up. We picked up 2 wide receivers here. I'm going to try to actually organize this by position. Okay, we'll start with our halfback. Obviously, we had Hodgins here. 2 receivers, we picked up Quan Church and Dean Drummond. Just both really good talents. Not really too much on the speed department, but they both 21-year-old rookie here for Church. Good short and deep route running for at least a starting point as a UDFA. 80 catching is okay, and then 80 release with 84 spec catch. I saw some good buildables there. We just got to get the route running a little bit better. And then Drummond here as a 22-year-old rookie. Oh my, I actually didn't see this. He has star development. A UDFA came in with star development. 72 short, 64 medium, 64 deep. We might have to make a change here. You can't just be star development on my practice. I didn't even check that out. We also have Shaq Etienne here at corner. 67 overall, 22-year-old here. I feel like I got to double check everybody now. He's more of a zone focused corner, which a lot of our corners are more so a man. So that'll be a good mix up there. We're going to pick up a couple D linemen, 3 of them to be exact, 2 DTs, a defensive end. Got us 1 extra offensive lineman and then another safety to kind of start working on developing there. But now I got to check my receiver room. I know he's 67. Oh, wait. Gavin Nash put in work. Darian Dukes, though, maybe? It's his 2nd year in the league. I might have to move around because we have a star development that obviously needs. I would at least like to get him some playing time or like at least get him some development. 22 years old, star development. Definitely don't want him to lose that. But how he got a star as a 66 overall and where he was supposed to play somebody like that at. Darian Dukes didn't really do much during this during spring. It's just obviously his overall gap was just a little bit higher, but I might have to make that move. Hold on, y'all. All right, so I did something that I normally don't do. I normally keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster. This time we're only going to keep 2. If an injury comes up, we'll obviously bring him back up. But I moved our quarterback down to the practice squad because I wanted to move one of the receivers. Which, why is it not showing him here? I hope I didn't release him by accident. Yeah, I would have rent one of our receivers, but I wouldn't going to be able to put Dukes down there. He would have had to be cut. And I didn't feel like I said the need to cut him per se. And I didn't want to go sign somebody else to the practice squad. So we're just going to go ahead and rock out like that now. Hopefully he's actually on our practice squad. Let's go and get into this media storyline. Stop playing around. Coach, going into the season, what area of the team is the strongest? I feel like I already did this this type of interview. I would say our offense, maybe. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really have no idea which, because I mean it's a new season. I don't know which one is gonna perform better. Last year they were both pretty even. What part of my defense worries me the most? Probably the run game, because we've been doing massive improvements to our pass game. We haven't really looked too much at our run game. So like I haven't been run focused in a while. I guess it'd probably be like my linebackers, because I feel like interiorly, I mean they're got great block share. They're going to be able to get to the quarterback or in the backfield, at least disrupt it to cause losses or short gains. So we got to have our linebackers. I want to say, yeah, our starting linebackers combine for 200 tackles. Let's do that. I feel like that's a little bit easier for them to combine for 200 tackles. Now, I don't know if that means all 4 linebackers or if it's just because we run a 3-4. So, I mean, at least splits it up a little bit more evenly, because it doesn't say starting middle linebackers. It says linebackers. So, and a lot of our linebackers do, get in the backfield too, so sacks will help out too as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the run game. That could actually help out. But here we're going to get into a new season, man. The Colts and 49ers here at Commanders week 1, 2, and 3. I think it does say at if we're on the road. So I think we start the year off with 3 straight home games. I haven't checked out the schedule here. Oh yeah, 3 straight home games. And then we're on the road against the Jaguars, come back home against the Cardinals. So that means we have a big road stretch here. Eventually, it's a 4-game road stretch here right before the bye week. Only to finish up with 3 of our last 4 at least at home. So, I mean, that's great. Late bye week this year again. Looks like we're playing Seattle as far as our last game of the year. So, division rival at the end. That's great news to hear. Well, it looks like we're starting off these first 3. We'll even get a division opponent in week 2. So, we're going to go through a little bit faster here. I know normally we kind of give week 1 is kind of devotion here to a new season. But we might even go to get into that division rivalry game here against the 49ers. Let's just see what this offense looks like with our new scheme. We just recently switched to the Detroit playbook because it fit what we'd like to do a little bit better. Should give us a few more down the field options, a few more power running options. So let's see how it works here against Indianapolis. Gotta at least kick things off with the opening drives of the year as Anthony Richards, Jonathan Taylor still in the backfield here for the Colts, and they're trying to run a read option play, which is already going nowhere. Wingo getting in the backfield. Great way to read that one, keeping it for the quarterback keeper there. Look, we haven't focused too much on the run game specifically, but when you're upgrading that block share for your defensive line, they can still get back there and disrupt. So that's what I'm looking to see here. Is they have a mobile quarterback. We're going to look to keep everything short in front of us and keep him in this pocket. I know he's got one of the strongest arms in the game or in the league, but still, do you have the accuracy or time to get down there is going to be the question. So we might be sending, just 4-man pressure. I thought we might have sent a blitz there and somehow gets that over the head of the defender. That's Moses in coverage there. The rookie, Brandon Moses, was standing right there and somehow, I guess, didn't want to reach his hand up to knock the ball loose. Or that's a great hold by the receiver there to hold on to that when we come down with this. They're going to go with the handoff here. Jonathan Taylor trying to get to the outside but not going anywhere. Back-to-back run plays not going anywhere. So it looks like the run defense is already strengthening up for us, but the pass is not. It's another first down grab. Gets taken in there by the Colts. Just left the middle of the field wide open. That's no common problem I'm seeing here is the middle of the field just seems to always be open. Like, look, there it is again. Wide open. I see both of our linebackers off the snap just immediately spread out. We got to be, I guess, running a lot of maybe cover 2 in. That's the only coverage I can see where they all should both be splitting out and no one should be over the middle. And there goes another one. 1st and 10 inside of the red zone. They're going to go with another handoff here. This time Taylor's getting to the outside, jumping over a defender as Joseph was on the ground for, I think, like the 3rd play this drive. That man is having a hard time getting into the backfield to make plays. 2nd and 4 here for the Colts as they drop back. Throw goes right behind our defender there. That's Sims coming out of coverage, but one-on-one coverage on the outside there with our young star Kyle Minor. Giving up the easy slant play here, and they are in the red zone, and it's been mainly thanks to the pass. We talked about the run game being insufficient for us, and it's the pass that gets them all the way to the 6, man. I improved our pass game. We have a great strong safety now. We have a safety and nickel coverage to help out with the pass a little bit better than just having a linebacker there. We have an X Factor corner, a superstar corner, and a new rookie corner is at an 80 as well. But Well, let's try to match it then. I mean, if we can't stop, we'll just have to score. I did say that the offense was more on my stronger side, the one that I was worried about the least. Here's we go with the run to the outside. And I do believe here, well, Kyron Reynolds getting a short game there. We will start out with our normal O-line. So none of the rookies are kind of in starting here yet. I'm going to see how that works. If we see like a little down start to the beginning of the year, that could change very, very quickly, though. And just try to get them some experience. Here's the play action. Does not fool anybody. Pickney is in the backfield. He got stopped for just a second, but I guess we did not want to throw the ball away when we had him froze. So now it's going to be 3rd and long here on our first drive of the season. The offense is already making me regret choosing that they were the stronger side, as we still can't get the ball down the field. As we get into the 4th quarter, we were able to at least find some offense here for us, making this a somewhat close game here. It's 24-17 for the Colts, getting a big play there with a long reception to Puka. As we are in the red zone, let's go to jump in here and see if we can tie this ball game back up. I was surprised the offense was able to score as much as they were. We were able to get 2 really good scoring drives there in that first half. 3rd quarter was pretty quiet here. So we're going with a run to the right side. 13 carries for 47 yards. It's not exactly very efficient running. The hole looked open, though, that time. The offensive line looked like they blocked pretty well here. Getting out, throw to the outside. That's a catch there by Alexander Jackson in a contract year 2 as well. This is the last year of his deal, so we'll have to see if he's going to earn a second contract or not. And it's going to be worth the money that he's going to be asking for here as we run this to the left side, and that also is not going anywhere. That was 69. Kevin Dotson, terrible run blocking that time. So I'm already not liking what I've seen twice when we try to run the ball up the middle and due to my guards. The outsides have been pretty open, though. Let's go with a little RPO read here to the outside. Puka's wide open there, faking the run, going right out to him. 256 and a touchdown today. Not too bad of a game from Jeremiah Matthews, who we went ahead and re-signed. Dropping back here, wide open or over the middle, too. I mean, if it's open for them, it's open for us, right? I know typically when I make my own playbooks, I don't really have these fullback formations in, but we're going with the fullback dive up the middle for the rookie, and he's able to at least get us up to the 1. If he had a little bit more conviction of trying to get into the end zone, he probably would have scored, but he started slowing down, trucking air. So we're going to go right back to the same formation. This time we're going to give it to Kyron Williams, who will dive in there for the tie ball game. Getting us right back into this thing here as we are late in the 4th quarter. The first thing I see here too, I was going to see if like they got to our side of the field, but in one play they did that. 23-yard pass to Adonde Mitchell. So yeah, we got a defense. Please, can y'all get a stop? 24 points on opening day is not how I saw this going at all. So looking to see what defensive changes need to be made already here. Look wide open out there in the flats. Can we get there? Trying to look and see and notice what formations we're in too as well. Who is on what location? Looks like both our safeties are back here. We got, I thought we had the sack there with Verse. He was right there in perfect position and just didn't want to reach out a hand at all. At least, like, I at least want to see an attempt. If you dive and miss, I mean, you're not chasing Anthony Richardson down from the back. So, I mean, if you at least dive and miss, show me that you're making an attempt. That would be nice here. Looks like they're getting great blocking up front. That's a good knockaway there. Ernest Straw Jr. We did move him into, actually, I moved him back to the outside. So I do have Minor, or not Minor, but the rookie Moss in the slot as they go with the handoff here to the outside. And that's going to be 6 for Jonathan Taylor as he luckily gets brought down there at the end. That looked like a wide open cap to the outside. No one was there in run coverage. And now they're just looking to do exactly what we just did. I formation here, power against power, handing off to their running back. And we tackle him, I thought, into the end zone, but at the 1. Spread out here. X Factor there on the ground, diving right over the end zone. Nothing else that you can expect from that one, and now the offense has to answer yet again. So defense struggle. I feel like those questions are a curse, bro. Whichever one you say is the weakest, they actually are going to perform like the weakest, but not at what you think. Like I obviously said, the run game was my worry, and now the pass game is literally the thing that's getting dominated on us. We have an injury here to Puka Nakayu after that catch. Looks like he hurt his wrist. He will be taken back to the locker room. We'll have to see how serious that is. I will leave us with Lad McClonkley, Brian McCollum, Matthew Allen as our 3 receivers out here. So we're going to go ahead and get out of the pocket here with Matthews, though. Big running lane here as he's able to get about 15 plus, getting us up to the 38-yard line. If we can at least tie this ball game up, that would be great. I honestly kind of don't even want to leave any time for him. Actually, just go for 2. We win or lose on this drive alone. Don't let it be on our defense's fault here as we throw that one out, and that's Brian with the catch, getting the first down grab. Come on, 2 minutes left to go here. Pocket's looking clean, and he throws it right to the DB. The wheel route, I saw the vision, but you also got to see your linebackers and safeties, because Vaughn Gilliard read it all the way. He saw the wheel. He was going out to look like to the flats. It probably would have got beat on the wheel if we had just waited. Took that one all the way for himself, and this ball game is basically wrapped up. Whoa, what the? Hold on, y'all. I literally thought the game was over. So I was like, okay, we'll just, get it to the end. And then my team surprised me out of nowhere. So after the interception, 5-yard run, 4-yard run, and thrown away. So I guess we were able to save a timeout. So with 1:19 left, 21-yard pass to Brian McCullum, 16-yard pass to Allen, 12-yard pass to McCullum, 28-yard pass to Allen. They're just going back and forth, trading receptions, and then 3-yard touchdown grab by Brian McCullum with 2 seconds left in the game, leading us here to overtime, where the Colts immediately go 3 and out and have given us the ball back at our own 35. I'm glad I caught it in time with a chance to win the game. See, this is why you guys can't get too frustrated. I know I'm not the best example of this, but we have put ourselves in a position here to actually win this game somehow, because 3 points will do it. The Colts have already had their offensive drive. So on 2nd and 7, I guess we're just eating up as much time as possible here as we go in motion with Ladley McConkey. We still have not yet seen Puka come back to the game, so he's probably going to be done here. As Brian with the great catch there for about 15. 392 and 2 touchdowns. This has been a dominant game. Almost 400 yards through the air. And it looks like we're going to start going into run formation here, so we can just kick our 3 and get out of here. Play fake, rolling. Can't lose yards, though. Just please don't throw a pick here. 3rd and 14. We just don't need an interception. Oh, my goodness. We were about to throw a screen. We had to throw it anyway, and there's a flag down. Roughing the... I love it. Roughing the passer on Caleb Warren. Go ahead. Now we're even closer. We can actually possibly score a touchdown. The question is, are we just going to take our 3 here or not? Handing it off to Kyron Williams to the outside. And he gets a gain of 6. We're up 7 yards away from pay dirt land. Come on now. Just bring it home. Just no turnover. We already have 2 interceptions today. Let's just keep it right there. Oh, my gosh. That flat route scared me. All right, so after a couple of theatrics here, man, we almost were about to kick it deeper. We got him on a pass interference call and got up. We almost fumbled the ball thanks to something very glitchy happening. But looks like it will be an ice kick here about 39 yards away. Should still be an easy one here as this one is up. And it is good. And we're going to walk out of here week 1 in SoFi Stadium at home in front of the crowd with our first W of the new season, taking down the Colts in an ultimate thriller that took overtime and extra time to do it. But we're going to go ahead and walk into our division rivalry week next week with a win. And from top to bottom, this was just a great game. Still had some things to clean up here. 32 for 40, 294, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's not too bad. 25 plays there from Anthony Richardson, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. 18 for 63 and 2 touchdowns from Kyron Williams. Not really much on the run game after that. You saw Lindsey get 1. McCollum actually ran the ball 2 as well. So, it's not pretty bad play splits. Roughly 22 runs, 40 passes. Probably could be a little bit more even, but that's a solid play count, though. 62 plays. For us alone, so they probably doubled that, so around 120 plays, not too bad ran on the game. 10 for 126 and 2 touchdowns for Brian McCullum, having to lead the way after the injury to Puka, who ended up going 690 only 3 quarters. So those numbers could have been way bigger, but shout out to Brian McCullum actually picking up the slack there and kind of helping the team out, lead us to victory here. The sacks, it looks like they actually credit them to George Hart here, our right tackle. And now, of course, those sacks were just off of play action rollouts. So I'm not even going to really credit him really for those sacks. But shout out to our guys for getting in the backfield. Joey Gaines having to come in because we did have an injury on our O-line. We actually had Najee Singleton out, or not Najee Singleton, John Davidson was out for the game due to a practice injury. So we were missing one of our best pass rushers. We were still able to get back there for at least 3 sacks. No turnovers, but this was a solid game through and through. And we just got to clean up our turnovers and hopefully get some more run efficiency a little bit better too. 3.9 a carry is kind of bad. Some upgrades after the game here for offensive lineman Chris Callahan. Had a pretty strong game. Didn't give up any sacks here today. As far as his ratings go, I mean, his finesse obviously is a little bit lower, but I think we just need to upgrade his pass protector. Obviously, you're my left tackle. You should be very good in pass pro, so +2 pass block finesse. I'll take that too as well. That's up to a 79 overall now. 83 pass block, which is actually better than his run block. So I'm surprised his power is better, but I guess it's because the 86 and 81 boost there. He's getting on the pass block powers. And that would be my only reasoning for that. But also an upgrade here for the big man of the hour, Brian McCollum. Huge game here today. You already know we're going with the playmaker upgrade. For the receivers, it's the best thing to upgrade. I'm telling y'all, it gets you a little bit of everything. +1 deep routing, +2 medium route running. That's what we want to see. 76 overall deep threat now. As we just got to work on his short and medium route runnings. But his deep stuff, great. Spec catch, good. Catching, good. Acceleration is really good at 98. So he's really going to fire off the ball quick. Sky's the limit for a player like this. And after advancing forward, we do see that Puka will miss the next 3 weeks with an abdominal tear. So that will kind of shake up the receiver room. I guess kind of good that we went and got another receiver up here. So now we actually really do still only have 6 receivers on rotation. So it'll be Lad McConkey, big our number 1 now with McCullum and Allen backing him up. That's, I'm glad I have both of these 2 guys because despite overalls, both produce. And then Gavin Nash as a 4 actually isn't a bad option with how he produced in spring training in the preseason. So I'm honestly not mad at this lineup. The thing that we just got to check is the receiver in the slot, which will be McCullum for now. Allen will back that up. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Let me just double check here on some of these because we want to make sure that Davidson is back in the starting role. Nothing too messed up has happened to my rotations now that we have guys coming off injury. Off those practice squad injuries. Yep, Davidson's right back in his normal position. And we're going to be kind of monitoring this right here. Dotson. I didn't like what I really saw out of the run game. And despite his run blocking skills are supposed to be good. 87, 91, 84. But it seemed like anytime we ran up the middle, it was him that was getting beat. Now, I mean, maybe it could have been Avila. But even he's got strong run blocking skills. So I don't know. But somebody might be getting replaced soon because it was on that right side. I know that for sure. We're going to start this one up in the box, though. We got the first drive out of the way. In the last one, going to kind of go through some, like I told you, we're going to go through some of these games quickly so we can actually jump in and see more of the games. But that means we probably won't be doing like any huge full games unless it's like really, really important here. And first drive already getting on the field, 19-yard pass to Kyron Williams to go to get in the end zone. That's what I like to see from the offense. Steady drive, steady movement, and no stoppages. Now, defensively, it looks like they're kind of operating the same way until we get a little penalty there. And then a negative rush there. Quick 3 and out. All right, fresh out of halftime, we are up 17-0. So the defense has been performing great. Offense has been doing good today. We just got to hope that we keep it up here for the second half, as too many big pass plays here as the pass defense might have started to fold a little bit for us. But we'll go ahead and jump into the game here as we get into the fourth, having to do another 3 and out. And again, the pass defense is just failing. So we finally get them to just hold to a field goal, but the defense looks like it doesn't want to play no more. So we're able to go ahead and at least cop us 3 points in that last drive. It was thanks to 2 actually key penalties by our center, Steve Avila. Having 2 big penalties that kind of stalled out the drive where we probably could have got 6. But now we're going to have to watch Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense try to get active here as they swing that one out to the flats. We've seen their pass defense really kick it up here in this second half, leading them down the field twice for 2 scoring drives. But we are still up 2 possessions here with about 6.5 to go. Hiking this one out of an empty set after motioning the halfback out, throwing it out too. Looks like Brandon Ayuk, who's still here with the team all the way these many years later, which who knows if we'll actually see that happen in real life. This far down the line here as they go with the run up the middle, able to squeeze his way past our defensive lineman. Added Sheldon there, 7 carries, only 13 yards. Sheesh. I knew we were holding the run game, but I mean, I guess they haven't needed to run the ball that much being behind the entire game, but still, 7 carries? Y'all probably should have tried to work the run game in a little bit more, as I think that's George Kittle there with the catch, still in the league too as well, mind you. Still an X factor too. That's crazy. He hasn't even lost X factor or anything, so still been producing high stats. Motion out there into the flats. We're going to get no pressure here yet again, and the coverage is still loose. Got to start getting tighter coverage here around the outsides. Motioning this time around the formation yet again here. Looking, fires it to the right side, and we're almost there for the pick. That's Instraw Jr. Maybe I do still have him in the slot. I could have sworn I moved him to the outside again, but he seems to be playing a lot more of a slot role here. Yeah, I think, all right, Brandon Moses still out there. I think I wanted to switch that. Where I actually try that switch. I mean, I don't know. We're 2-0 here since we've done that, and that's going to be an interception here. That is 27. Sergio Sims making the play on the ball. Brock Purdy throwing that one into tight coverage. We're able to take that one away, and we finally get our turnover here that could easily end this one out. Let's go ahead and run this ball out and get out of this game, please. First turnover of the game for either side. But yeah, I mean, shoot, we're 2-0 with the way that we have things stacked up. I might leave it like this then. I thought I had moved Moses back into the slot role, but play action fake here. Throw goes out. We're wide open. That's Jackson. Can't get the block there. He kind of does, or at least breaks the tackle. So we're going to start eating up these 49er timeouts here as we are finally under 2 minutes. And we might be able to, I mean, especially up 2 scores. I think we're going to start out this season 2-0 here as we hand this one out to the outside. Yet again, broken tackle as now Kyron Williams actually wants to run that thing. That's a great way to start the season, man. We were able to get another field goal in there. He actually got another interception too as well there late in the game. But 23-10 here against the division rival 49ers. I mean, great game all around. 344 yards of total offense. 3.9 a carry, a little bit better, but we held them to 2.5. So I can't even be mad. 8.3 yards per pass. You know, we got to keep track of that. How many yards per pass we're getting. 5 for 10 on third downs could be a little bit better. Red zone, we didn't even get out of there with we got out of there with 1 field goal and 3 attempts. So we got to do a little bit better on that closing out because, I mean, obviously we held the door open for them to possibly come back. But 2 interceptions from Brock Purdy will always take that. 258 and a touchdown for Matthews. 3.8 a carry for Williams is not too bad. Looks like Matthews was 4 for 17 as well, rushing the ball. But all-around solid game. We got to cover Brandon Ayuk a little bit better. But still without Puka, so no real standouts here today. I mean, we actually went to the backfield a little bit more. Kyron Williams, 6 catches, leading the team with a touchdown too as well. It's 3 for 65 for Brian McCullum. We just didn't get him the ball too much after that. So we need to focus on, I guess, maybe trying to get him the ball a little bit more. Maybe move him out of the slot role too as well. I've noticed that this year, it's not like past years where if you're in the slot role, you get a lot of volume. It's kind of like the reverse effect, honestly. Like they have not balanced it out at all. It's just kind of a reverse effect to where you ain't getting the ball at all. And an upgrade here to our X Factor young dude here, Kyle Minor. So let's see, 84 man, 82 zone, 82 press. Probably could just go with man coverage just because I feel like we're lacking in that area. So I'm going to go ahead and boost this man coverage here, get him a little bit better in that range there. +1 to both man and press, which I will take. Not a super really big upgrade, but hitting 2 of the main factors that I need. And we're starting off the season, man, 2-0. So a much better start than I feel like we had last season. And let's just hope we can carry it out. Now we have one more home game, which we'll probably at least look through the next episodes. We see the Cardinals are also coming up on the schedule here soon. We have 21 different contracts to go through this season. And of course, we're going to start focusing on our regional scouting and just scouting prospects in general. So we'll look at all of that stuff next time out to make sure we're in the right spot. See some of our rankings here. We're 6th in points per game, 2nd in passing yards. So obviously that area is good. 3rd in rush defense too as well, which is good. We just got to work on our rush offense as well as our pass defense. And we could be a solid team here. We got a lot of things going for us. No negative morale that we're dealing with just yet. Arizona is 2-0, so we'll probably focus in on that game. Seattle will split theirs at 1-1. It looks like we have a lot of teams here still at 2-0. So, yeah, we'll probably put a bigger focus on Arizona and kind of get through these Commander and Jaguar weeks a little bit quicker. Hopefully that we can go ahead and see them at a 4-0 record. So you see Matthews actually leading the league in passing yards. Kyron Williams leading in rushing yards, also leading in attempts with 35. And then Brian McCullum 2nd in passing yards in the league with 13 catches, 191 through two weeks of the season. I like that we see a lot of our names, even though it's only 2 weeks in. But I'll catch you guys in the next episode, man. It's me, your boy, Coach Smooth. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. It really helps show the love and support. Helps the algorithm so more people find the channel and can enjoy the series. If you guys are enjoying the series and want any feedback that you guys got to give me, please let me know. I always love hearing you guys' feedback if you guys got any. Even if it's just to say that you enjoyed the series. I love seeing you guys' feedback, man. So next time out, We're eyeing those birds, and we're going to try to stay on top of this NFC West. Catch you guys there. It's been your boy, Coach Smooth, and I'm out. Later.